also with the qualification for Asian Cup 2027 after the next round in the World Cup. Congrats. And related to that, I would also say congrats to the fantastic fans. The atmosphere in the stadium was impressive. And I'm 27 years coaching and 16 years national team coach. 104 national team matches already, and I never in my life saw such a beautiful atmosphere. So congrats to all the Indonesian fans for the beautiful, passionate support on their team, the singing, the banners, the flags. Impressive, fantastic. But I'm coach of Philippines, and to be honest, I'm proud of my team. I'm only looking back to a game where in the beginning Indonesia was controlling the game. We had it with some moments tough without really giving opportunities away, but then every single mistake we make, and mostly in the build-up, Indonesia was dangerous. And the goal, the 1-0 comes also after mistake through the center, where we have space on the wings, but we played to a non-free man in the center and we concede the 1-0. There was a little bit cold shower because we were hoping to reach halftime with a 0-0. I thought that could have been possible. Second half, we asked our team to play more on the ground. I think we started the first 20 minutes quite well in combining without really creating real chances, but we had control in some parts of the game, and we had good passing circulation on the half of Indonesia. And then you give a free kick away, and it's a good header, but in theory he's not allowed to head there, and first post scoring like that, it was painful because we were hoping, we said in halftime it's 1-0, 70th minute, we have 20 minutes plus extra time to push, but then you get a 2-0 and then it's difficult. And from that moment we take some risks. We moved to a 4-4-2, we take more risks in our game. I think we press a lot. Indonesia get a little bit nervous. And there's one moment, the last 5 minutes, where the goalkeeper of Indonesia clashes with my defender Adrian Ugovic. And if you see the replay, then the goalkeeper doesn't touch the ball, the referee doesn't give a corner, but he touched the player. And then I think maybe you can whistle a penalty for that with 5 minutes in normal time to go. He doesn't whistle, even that the referee say, I think it's a penalty, but I whistled already and I can't change the mind. And I understand the rules, and I don't want to talk bad about a referee, but these are moments that maybe we could come back in the game. Only one surprise is that we have 7 minutes extra time. In Vietnam we had 7 minutes extra time without injuries. Now we have 10 minutes, an ambulance on the ground, and I think we deserve to play still 10-15 minutes more. But Indonesia was strong, Indonesia was clinical, and Indonesia go to the next round, and we learned a lot. But I'm satisfied about my team, and I think we will be ready for Mitsubishi Cup and later on for the AFC qualification next year.
Question to the media? Over there first.
Novel dari CNN Indonesia. Pertanyaannya, bagaimana kondisi terakhir pemain? How about that is condition about the player that fall in the last time? How about the condition after?
I spoke very short with the doctor. They think it's a concussion. The doctor is now to the hospital to check up there because his doctor stayed naturally with the team, and the player went to the hospital. We didn't have feedback from the hospital, but the first idea is that it's a concussion, and that's also the reason we were allowed to change him, because the FIFA rules say that if it's a concussion, you can make a 6 change. Otherwise, we were not allowed to change him. But the direct of the real information, I don't have.
Okay, thank you. Next question in the middle. Yeah.
Good evening, Coach Mia from National Radio Station RRI. I remember the day when you made a first training with the team. You said that you want to use this moment or this match to prepare your player to get to be ready for the next AFF Cup in this year. How do you see the progress of your player during the match or after this match? Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, fully right. I started 2-3 months ago at the Iraqi games away and home, and I had 2 away matches against Vietnam and Indonesia. Not too easy. I mean, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Iraq are very good teams who played in Qatar. But I saw a lot of players. 5 players made their debut in these matches against Vietnam and played today again. I think we can build on this team. We know that there are about 5-6 players in the pipeline. We missed 3 strikers today with Sebastian Rasmussen, the tall striker you know already, who played already 5-6 games in the past. With Björn Martin Christensen from Arlesund, whose passport is almost ready. And with Nick Markovic from Charleston Battery. Also in the midfield and the defense, there are some players in the pipeline. So we're going to use the games in September, October, November to play friendlies, to prepare. But I think the frame of the team is created. I see a strong frame. I see a lot of quality. I see a lot of young players who are eager to play with the right spirit. And I'm very positive that when we have some friendlies, and we will choose some friendlies also to opponents who maybe give us an easier chance. There are no easy games, but an easier chance to get a result, a win, so that we get confidence in the team, so that we get automatism. For me, it was also the first time to meet many of the players, so I think we can only grow. And I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, we are planning also on players who play in Europe and America who will be free normally in November, so that all the work can be done so that we have a similar team as today, with several extra editions in November to meet you and the other teams again.
Questions over there? No? No? In the middle? Yes. Microphone.
Coach, I'm sure by now you already know some insight about Asian teams, national teams. And for tonight, Indonesia is the only team that qualified to the third round. How do you see about football in Asia, and how do you fancy Indonesian chances in the third round against the Asian giants?
I had yesterday, I think it was yesterday, a long discussion with a colleague here. He's sitting there in the corner, and he was shocked that I knew everything about Asian football. I'm a fan of Asian football for many years. I grew up in the 80s when Kuwait and 82 Iraq, 86, 90 Emirates went to World Cups. So I saw the evolution of South Korea in 86 already, and later Japan. And I was always a fan of Southeast Asia, and also to countries like Korea and Japan. I think there's so much potential, and there's a lot of quality. It's very good for FIFA to create more options for Asian teams to qualify, because the last editions it was Australia, South Korea, Japan, Iran and Saudi Arabia. But there's so much more quality, and I think it will be the first time in Mexico, Canada, and United States that you will see a team of Southeast Asia to go to the World Cup. I think we have a few powerhouses. Indonesia is one of the big favorites, together with Thailand, and let's see how Vietnam, they are out so they can't, so Thailand and Indonesia have to keep the banner high. We see now that the Arab countries, the Gulf countries, are still a little bit ahead, with Palestine, Iraq, Bahrain, Oman, and naturally Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar already qualified. But yeah, there is a lot of quality. There are a lot of different styles of football, what makes it very attractive. And for me, being in Southeast Asia, I hope really that we see Thailand and Indonesia at the coming World Cup, because this region, I remember watching the Suzuki Cup in 2012, the final between Thailand and Malaysia, with 100,000 people singing, and this passion you have only here. You don't see that in the Arab countries. You don't see that in India. You don't see it even in China. This is really Southeast Asia, passionate fans. People love football, and I'm really looking forward to the development of football in the region. And I can only be a fan that two or at least one country of the region will go to the World Cup. It helps the development, but naturally now my focus is on developing my team and be competitive with all these good teams in the region, and hopefully we can join you in Saudi Arabia in 2027, and I have full confidence that we can do that.
Next question.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Leonardo from TV1. So I have a question. That this is your third game as Philippines, fourth game as Philippine head coach, and you had, if I correct me if I'm wrong, you have 4 losses straight since you're appointed as Philippines coach earlier this year, and that means also that this is 6 losses and 1 draw in last 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. So does this give you more pressure by taking this job as a Philippine head coach?
I don't know where calculation come. I have 4 games. I can't have 6 losses in 4 games. A lot of things is possible in football, but I started 26 February. We played home and away and home against Iraq, a giant of international football. We played 2 away games against Vietnam and Indonesia. So 4 games, 4 losses. Not happy with that, but calculated. I mean, logic. You played all 3 Asian Cup. I didn't play in November when they drew and lost. These are my first 4 games. So I'm now 3 or 4 months in charge. I lost 4 games. I hate losing. Yes, terrible. But we didn't play against underdogs. We didn't play against minnows. We played against 3 teams who played Asian Cup. So I'm not happy. We lost 1-0 in Iraq. They scored in the 85th minute. We could have stolen a point. We played terrible at home. We lost 5-0 against Iraq. We learned from it. We went to Vietnam. We were 2-2 till the 95th minute and conceded a late 3-2 defeat. And today we lost, but I think we were very competitive. If we would have lost against, with all respect, Laos, Brunei, Pakistan, I would be worried. Now I'm knowing it's part of the process. We have 5 people to make their debut. We are changing the team from older age to younger age. We are working on a long-term plan. So I don't feel pressure. We had the plan ahead. The plan is qualification, Asian Cup, where we still can, what we still can do, and being competitive to win Mitsubishi Cup and renewing the team. So preferable, I would have won all the games. Realistic, it wasn't. So we learned our lesson and we will bounce back.
Next question. Yeah.
Okay, hello coach, I am Alif from Sport.com. My first question is how your opinion about the quality of the pitch today, and and next, how the updates your players getting ambulance accident in the match. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm never a coach who find excuses. I mean, the pitch was for both teams the same. It was green someplace, more green than the other, some light green, dark green, but it's no difference. We played on it, we fought on it, we could have won, we could have lost. I have no excuse. The pitch was okay. It's not San Siro, okay, but it's the pitch. So the pitch was okay. No complaints about the pitch. The player, I got the question a little bit earlier. According to the first information from our medical team, our doctor, is that he has a concussion. That's also the reason the referee allowed us to do a 6 change. But the player went to the hospital, so we have no update till now. So, but the first information is that he has a concussion.
Okay, last match. Last questions. Sorry. Last questions. Is there any questions, Ken? Okay, finish, coach. Thank you very much, coach.
Thank you very much and good luck.